Another Pythagorean theorem problem here. We can assume it's a right triangle. And remember, this one gets a little confusing because this says C right here. But just because it's called C doesn't mean it's the C squared in our equation. Our equation says A squared plus B squared equals C squared, the hypotenuse squared, right? This one should always be across from the right angle, and it's the one that's on its own side in our equation. So be careful how you set this up. So we should have 1 squared, and for all intents and purposes, I'm just going to call this x. Alright, I like calling that x better. So I'm going to say 1 squared plus x squared equals 7 squared. 1 plus x squared equals 49. Alright, 7 squared is 49. At this point, I want to get x squared by itself, so I'm going to get that 1 away from it. Take it away from both sides. I get x squared equals 48. And remember, we're not done. We've got to take the square root of both sides, so x equals the square root of 48. And now, again, we have to do simplest radical form. So the question is, what are two numbers that multiply to 48, one of them being a perfect square? I know that 4 times 12 is 48, but it's actually going to work better if we use 16 times 3. Remember, we want to get the biggest square possible. And I know 4 goes into 48, but 16 is bigger, so it's going to work out nicer. And 16 times 3, and the square root of 16 is just 4, so we take the square root off of it. And the square root of 3 we can't do anything with, so we're just going to leave it with its square root. So our final answer to this problem is 4 root 3. 4 root 3.